Yes, it's that special St. Patty's Day edition. So for those of you who are thinking, alright Keith, I'm really excited about cheap eats today with your corned beef, but listen, I'll be honest with you. Corned beef is just not cheap. There's no real way around having great corned beef. However, you can shave off a fraction of the price if you prepare it a certain way. Now, maybe in the future, we'll go through the process and I'll show you how to use a brisket, and you got to get saltpeter and some other type of ingredients in order to make the corned beef. But just remember, my own suggestion today is that you just go in and get pre-made corned beef that's already packaged. I mean, at most you'll get it for $4.50 a pound. You know, peak seasons like St. Patrick's Day, maybe a bit more, but about $4 seems about right for it to have be prepared. Now, for those of you saying, hey Keith, that's expensive, especially if I want about 2 or 3 pounds, think of it this way, that if you go to the deli or you go to one of those main #1 corned beef joints, you're probably going to end up paying anywhere from $10 to $13 a sandwich. So when you think about it that way, each of those sandwiches costs about a pound. So in theory, what you're doing is you're paying about $10 to $13 a pound for corned beef sandwiches, which doesn't make sense. So if you're like me and you need to feed a family of 6, think about it. What would you rather do? Would you rather pay for 6 sandwiches at $10 to $13 a piece, which is going to cost you about $70? Or if I tell you can do it for $30, would you rather do that? Sounds to me like you would choose the latter. So for those of you who are thinking, hey, what about St. Patrick's Day and this whole corned beef thing? I'll be honest with you. Corned beef on St. Patrick's Day is just an American thing. It's not like over in Ireland. If St. Patrick was alive today, their meat was probably scarce. So most likely they were eating maybe something else, possibly even goat or lamb. But beef wasn't around as much as you might think. So corned beef is actually a United States thing. It's something that we do to celebrate. So from me to you, I'm going to show you a nice little St. Patrick's Day edition of Cheap Eats with me, Keith in the Streets. Now, of course, many of you know that I like to use the slow cooker, especially with dishes like this. But anybody that's trying to prepare corned beef is basically just a brisket anyway. So you're going to have to slow cook it no matter what. Now, I know a lot of people, when we get into pastrami sometime in the near future, you're probably going to be saying, hey, pastrami, how do we do that? We're going to season it up. But this is pretty much straightforward. As you can see, I have a slow cooker in here behind me. And I basically put 5 pounds of corned beef in here. 5 pounds of corned beef that cost me about $24, which is a great price because that was only 2 sandwiches at any of the local delis. So I'm going to feed 6 with 5 pounds of corned beef that's slow cooked. It's been cooking for 12 hours in beef broth. About 2 cups of beef broth for the slow cooker. Alright, welcome back. We got the corned beef down here on the table, and we're going to try to assemble a couple of sandwiches. And as you can see here, I just got some rye bread here. The kids are not sure if they like rye or not, but you know, we give them a shot. What kind of cheese would you like, buddy?
American.
Okay, well, we don't have American today, but we do have some cheddar. And now look, I got 3 different kinds of cheese, and altogether these 4 cheeses together cost $4. If you buy your cheeses and deli meats in quarters, you save more money and there's less waste. Alright, so there we go. Simple as that. Now when you're cutting your corned beef, you can see the meat flows this way. So you actually want to start to cut across like this. So what I'm going to do here, make sure I hold this guy steady. See, if you cut it across here, see it's falling apart there. And we're just going to take the corned beef here and construct the sandwich. See, I'm cutting it like this. You have to be pretty delicate on it so that it keeps its shape. So I'm making nice slices here. We're going to go across I know you guys wish you had smell-o-vision for that. And right there, I'm just going to layer it like so. Perfect.
Good.
Some are eager than others, right? So, remember, you don't have to spend a lot of money to have delicious meals at home. And just keep in mind, this is a simple recipe. You just have to get started early enough. Now, what I'm going to show you in a second here is another variation of the same sandwich,